We're going to take a look at the RG505 GameCube emulation and do a direct comparison with the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. As with all of these direct comparisons, both systems are running exactly the same versions, using the Dolphin emulator for handheld at 0.7 resolution using the OpenGL GPU renderer. Straight off the bat, you can see both systems are running Mario Kart pretty much identically. It's negligible the differences that you can see. With both of these systems running the same hardware, I'm not surprised to see that we are seeing similar emulation. We're seeing a similar story when looking at NBA Street Volume 2 as well. Now, both these systems are a little bit up and down playing this game when it comes to the frame per second, but you can see both of them are kind of hitting the same top range and slowing down in similar areas as well. For both these systems, where playing Mario Kart felt brilliant, playing NBA Street Volume 2 is probably only for those more forgiving gamers. But we can definitely see the extra power that these systems are bringing to the budget range of GameCube emulation. Next up is Need for Speed Underground 2, and once again, both systems are going toe-to-toe with pretty much identical emulation. At this point now, if GameCube emulation is your priority, then between these two systems, you're gonna have to look at other areas to make your decision. Things like the button styles, things like the size of the system and the screen as well. One thing I will say is that the screen on the RG505 looks absolutely gorgeous, especially with that much thinner black border. Mario Sunshine again toe-to-toe, and sometimes you see an identical slowdown in exactly the same areas. As with all of these direct comparisons, you can see the frame per second in the top left-hand corner. And once again, both of these systems are incredibly capable when it comes to GameCube emulation. Next up, a game that really pushes the test of the frames per second for me, and that's due to the fact of the speed of this game, and that's Xtreme G3. One of my favourite experiences on the GameCube and in GameCube emulation these days, and Xtreme G3 is an absolute pleasure to play on both of these systems. Once again, the RG505 potentially winning this battle due to the gorgeous screen. Next up, one of our favourites, and that's Simpsons Hit and Run, and once again, this thing is just running wonderfully on the RG505. So smooth, so fast, and a constantly decent frames per second. I'm really pleased to see that Anbernic have done a fantastic job with the RG505. And whereas the GameCube emulation is pretty much toe-to-toe with the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, we need to talk about the PlayStation 2 emulation, because that is a totally different story. If you want to find out about that, click on the video in the center of the screen right now.